Hello, everyone. This is Grace with Grace on a Journey Channelings. Welcome to the newcomer. And to those of you returning, your presence is valued and you are very much appreciated. To begin, I've shared before that one of the ways that I see is through dreams and visions. Well, that's two of the ways. But basically that there are different ways that I receive messages. But what I've learned since a very young age is messages are not always well received, confirmation. And so I'm very selective in the ones I share. But because there was a dream I had some days ago, and this morning I saw the vision of the same dream that I had. Dreams and visions are different. Dreams you can have while asleep, unless you're daydreaming. And visions you have while you're awake. You can have them with your eyes open or closed. And I'm referring to visions. But to get back to the subject at hand, I feel the reason why I received the same message or communication twice is because I need to share it. I need to share it because some attention needs to be brought to it. So in this dream, then vision, there was a lot of commotion going on, right? And I saw two vehicles. I remember one of them being red, and another one was it appeared to be a silver blue, like a frosty blue. And there were a couple of people there. Oh my God. I saw hearts, people. I'm speaking of hearts of human beings. Fresh. Meaning the carcasses of humans were opened, and I saw hearts in the hands of people that were masked and wore protective clothing, something waterproof like. And then from that sight, I began seeing bags, black bags, and there were human carcasses in them. I did not see the human or the flesh of the human, but I saw the bag and I saw the shape of the bag and I saw the way some of the bags rolled as they were being pushed in a ditch, like they were they tied up the bag. I didn't see it tied up, but like I didn't see the action of them tying it up. I just saw the end of the bag was tied up. These were several bags, not just one. And they were in shape of humans. And they were being rolled down a ditch. And I know that these same people dug the ditch because some of them had pails in their hand. As a matter of fact, after that was done, they were buried. They picked up dirt and they poured it all over, like inside of the ditch to cover it up. And I remember hearing, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We only have a number of time. Something very nervous in their voice. And when I had that dream, I just said, people are getting kidnapped all over the world. So me sharing this, why is it that I have to be the one that shares this? Because this is something that everyone is aware about, right? But those of you who are seers, or whatever gifts you have, whatever spiritual gifts you have, especially in relation to foresight, I want to relay this message to you. If you have a dream or a vision and you have it one time and you're not comfortable with sharing it because you know of the controversy and the opposition, the confusion, and sometimes some subjects are triggering and you want to avoid them, I'm being told to tell you, if you're having this dream or this message more than once, you must deliver the message. I myself can relate that message to a very dangerous group. But I only share what God tells me to share. Okay? I also want to mention that you notice disappearances of people that are never found. and this is international. A lot of those people are in those bags. Now, I'm going to take all my strength to share what's next. I share it because I know why God gave me the vision. I've shared a lot of my story, but there are parts that are still unfolding to the rest of you. I've shared before that my home was invaded because of the fact that the person I made a mistake to marry in 2016 was sent to marry me. His family coerced him to marry me. This is after they took my picture to a witch doctor, fortune teller. They looked inside of my fortune without my permission. When uncovering who it is I am and what they have come across, I was no longer human to them. I was a meal ticket. They collectively conspired to put me to waste. Drain me of all my finances. Confirmation. Impose different methods of mind manipulation, dominion, love spells, anything that was of convenience and anything that they could benefit from. They were very advanced in their corruption because I was also given the information that I am not their first target. The reason why God let me live and basically stand up and walk out of the beast that the Farragut bloodline of Jamaica and friends and family associations is because God would use me to bring them to justice. Now, in my earlier days of foresight, I spoke a lot more freely over social media. And so a lot of what I'm about to say has already been recorded and dated. On social media. So the fact that nothing has been done since then is not the fact that the informations are not given. Sometimes we are silenced, ignored. Other times, these covens, these mobs, and those with power in lanes of corruption utilize malicious techniques whether it is by way of silencing you with spell work or by way of having a logarithm that turns people away from your channel or your social media. They are strategic in getting these messages away from the masses, which leaves those that are authentic and instructed by God to be messengers. It leaves us to be as targets. Now, the reason why I speak I fully am aware that not only am I sent by God to share what He has instructed me to share, I am also supported, secured, protected by celestial armies. And you are witnessing it in my life. The fact that I have also descended from a people known to stand up to their oppressors in 1804, January 1st. Is just the cherry on top. You see, it stems from even deeper. Because I am highly rooted in who God favors. So harm, attack, plots, lies, theft, sabotage, all of it automatically returns to sender in the east, the north, the south, and the west. I am surrounded by protection. That bloodline the Farragut bloodline of the island of Jamaica are demonic and cursed. Their human trafficking is repetitive in nature. Their sexual exploitation has been going on in generations. And they need to be brought to the law. I extend this communication to all of you in attendance, because those of you that are not in the States, but that are on that island, or find yourself in Canada, or anywhere they habitat, New York, Georgia, they are everywhere. They need surveillance. They go to church. They pastor churches. They claim to be prophets. How does this align with targeting different members in the community to be killed and used as an offering to the demons that you serve? They don't want me to tell you this message is gonna be said. How can you explain accepting payment to keep your mouth shut when you know that I am a single mother? You are willing to disturb the life of my family, bring havoc from my grandmother to my son in generation. And feel that this can be put under the rug. Under no circumstance will your evil ritualistic activities be silenced. Things begin to add up when you see the entire picture. Out of all the businesses one can have, the Farragut family has a chicken farm. Follow me. One of the things these satanic undercover members of the darker society do is sacrifice animals. Follow me. In fact, during my attacks from all those that I have recently messaged, all surrounding communities about, one of their tactics is bringing dead carcasses of animals to your home. A dead snake was placed in front of my door. I don't even want to tell you the gruesome sight of a cat, a dead cat that was left in my backyard. Then the carcass of a turtle was left in the front of my house. People, it goes on and it doesn't stop. And then they go on the pulpit. They call themselves teachers, healers, pastors. It is disturbing, disgusting in the eyes of God. And the reason why I'm being led to share this message is because of the fact that they were all in on it. They know it goes on. In fact, in conversations, as they communicate, they make messages or they make comments. You know how it goes. You know how our family does it. I've witnessed a member of their family and clan making a commentary and threat concerning their bloodline. Does she know who we are? Does she know our family roots? Right, Lauderhill? This is not anything that they expose at work, at school, at church. But this is what is done around the flames of fire. As some of them drank demons' blood. The blood of animals that they have sacrificed. Now, there's something else I'm being told. Oh my God. Certain bloodlines purposely impregnate women to sacrifice the child. They conduct their own abortions. And they sell their souls to the darkest of entities and wait for cash flow, notoriety, power, dominion. My mission is to awaken you to the fact that a bloodline must be sacred. And this is why they were unable to curse me with a child. There is a God. And blood of favor will never flow into their future generations. You light workers, you know who you are. Those of you being gang stalked, abused, lied on, stolen from, framed, raped. Not only awake, but while asleep. Magic, dark magic, is weaponized. And utilized to shut up all those who want to be free. Free from persecution, free from endangerment, free to live. We want the targeting to stop. Protect yourselves. Those of you who stepped off your path in desperation or frustration, refocus on methods available to teach you ways to protect yourself, your children, and your close-knit families. I say this to you because as they target you and you are untouched due to the favor of God over your life, those in your circles that are not as rooted spiritually are being exposed. So cover them as well. Cover your family, cover your friends, cover your teachers, cover your associations. And those of you who are very new on this journey, comments were made to interact between the public and the speaker or the creator, the artist. However, these comment sections are not safe. There are covens that target all of you that share your frustrations, your need for help. You think you're in a safe place because the creator, the creator or the artist or the speaker that you're listening to is giving encouraging words, is helping to free your spirit, is encouraging healing to be brought to you, and to counteract that healing or that freeing mindset, they begin targeting you. They go on websites, they go on social media, they go on podcasts, they go everywhere. They infiltrate. And then they do spell work to cape themselves in the energy of whoever it is that is teaching you methods of liberation. And they go to your dreams with the person's face. They utilize their trickster spirits and have you believing untrue things. And this is why I encourage you, number one, to raise your vibration. I must say it, people, because it's factual. If you are lower in vibration, the tone and the volume of your prayers are also low. There are things you need to let go of. Talk to God and wait for your answers. There's a need for you to detox yourselves. Begin regularly taking salt baths. Salt baths. Detox yourselves. You may want to substitute another day. You can use the cover of that vinegar bottle you have and pour some in your bath water. Whatever remedy you come across for cleansing, protection, you must also activate it by praying over the water. Asking God confirmation to be with you right here, right now. To remove all toxins, all attacks, all darkness sent with misfortune to return to sender. To cleanse you and your circles of all those who are masking themselves. To return all the low vibration being sent to you and your families, to those known and unknown. You spend time watching music videos, listening to music, all day. Let me reassure you that balance is okay. There is a time to entertain. There also is a time to protect not only yourself, but your households. I'm advising you do this before it's overwhelmingly impossible. I am not sharing this information because I need your assistance in protection. If that were so, I wouldn't even be here for you to hear this message. I'm covered, okay? In fact, I'm trying to motivate you to cover yourself. Because there are many bloodlines in the same movement with the same desperation. Okay? And it relates to karma and dharma. The reason why this balance is in existence is because some of you are descendants of those that loved God and gave back to their communities, that lived ethical lives and taught their children to do so. And then there are others that have been ruthless, thieves, killers, prostitutes, dark witches, dark wizards, dark priests, dark priestesses for generations. Do you follow me? It's a spiritual warfare. Something that the entire planet needs to sink in awareness. A lot of these crimes you're witnessing with your jaws wide open, like babies being shot for no reason. There is a reason. It's called sacrifice. It's time you wake up. In fact, it's time you train your children not only stranger danger, but also prayer. That kiss you give on your child's forehead before they go to school is neglect if you don't also add it with a prayer over their head. Love is an action. It not only takes effort, it takes vigilance. Especially when you know who you are. If you are one that is called to speak to the masses and share messages that are not always well received, and are exposed to retaliation, it's time to amp your knowledge, your spiritual network, and overload of protection. I myself was heading to one of those confirmation, God. If you hear my passion, God has already told me, but He also wants you to see, to hear, and to know. The future, these demons in human form, in relation to the Farrakhan clan, the vision they had for me is to put me in one of those bags. There is a lot of cultish undertone that needs to be investigated. There are others like me who come from a higher vibration, who are considered to be lucky, dismissing the fact that lucky is not being targeted to be killed. Lucky is not being abused. Lucky is not being stolen from. Lucky is not being raped. But they call you lucky. Do you know why they call you lucky? Because they can't kill you. They try. Confirmation. Method after method after method. And fail. Because only God prevails. Do you follow me? But because there is this much resilience in you, courage in you, endurance in you, they sell you on the dark web. There are requests for hearts, and other organs. Some want your hair. Others want your bones. Others want your blood. Art is an imitation of life. These movies you are watching are channeled messages. This music you are listening to are channeled messages. After exploiting, stealing from, destroying numbers of people, they kill them, slaughter them, offer them, and sell them. This needs the attention of the world, because this is rampant all over this world. Confirmation. But we need more than one voice. I'm doing my part on my corner of the world. But there is someone listening to me that is being called, and you know who you are. I understand your fears, your doubts. What if they think I'm not thinking straight? If you find yourself in that situation, I advise you to talk to God. Because if you are called and you do not act, you in turn change the act. Protection is given when it is merited. I will close with, you have no excuse. And although I'm speaking to the West, because that is my corner of the world, after you hear what I'm about to say, you will receive your own messages. What you must begin to do starting today. In my location, when organized crime is taking effect, you can report it anonymously. Anonymously. And for those of you who haven't come across this word, because the English language is not your first language, or you've never come across it, what it means is you don't have to give your name. Do you understand? You just have to state what you know and what evidence would give them something to go on to investigate it further. As I've shared it with you several times before, you just have to pick up the phone. You just have to dial 1-800 call FBI. If you want me to make it simpler, 1-800 CALLFBI. Are we on the same page? Because these kidnappings need to stop. These killings need to stop. These targetings need to stop. This oppression needs to stop. This spiritual warfare that has been targeting your family, generation after generation after generation, needs to stop. Because you are the generational curse breaker. There are times you need an affirmation to keep you strong. So I will repeat an affirmation with you 3 times. Go back and refer to it and empower yourself in the knowledge who you are in God. And set forth on your mark. I am who I am in the eyes of God. Nothing more, nothing less. I am who I am in the eyes of God. Nothing more, nothing less. I am who I am in the eyes of God. Nothing more, and certainly nothing less. Let love reign again.